Number 278 in the Masters of Cinema series is Revenge by Tadashi Imai. Never heard of this one before. 1964, but I do love my samurai movies, and I was over the moon to find this is something very much like Harakiri, a wonderful story that unveils itself throughout it in a wonderful conceit. At the start of this one, we see a group of men building an arena, a place for a duel to take place. We hear a little bit about the duel, and as we see some denizens of the town kind of working through this, passing comment about how this came to fruition, how it all started from something rather silly. And then we start to get a flashback. We get a flashback to our main character of Shinichi, who inadvertently takes offence during a weapons inspection by a superior and calls him out on it, saying that things can be sorted. And this small, tiny, innocuous comment is the thing that's going to cause all the issues throughout the film. Issues between the threatening to tear the clan apart, political issues that will have ramifications on both the families involved in this one. And because the superior takes umbrage to this, he offers a duel to Shinapshi, and they end up fighting at the riverbed, with Shinapshi killing this man. And now things really start to evolve from there. And every now and again we cut back to the duel site being fenced off, being decorated appropriately, and then during this someone will walk by and make comment to the next segment of the story, and we will flash back and see more of it. And it's wonderful to see how something so innocuous can have these huge ramifications, and how from that one little thing people die, families are broken, and clans are almost ripped apart because of this, because of tradition, because of pride. Because people will just not let things go in this world. Everything has ramifications, regardless whether they are right or wrong. They're just traditional, and it's to see these things happen is such a bleak element to the film. It's a film that didn't have to happen, a story that didn't need to happen, but to see it happen the way it does, and to see its effect on not just the characters that are involved in the duel, but the outlying family characters and the citizens, is just terrible. This is one of those movies where there's no winners, there's no losers, there's no happy ending. It's just something that plays out, and it becomes destructive, self-destructive, and really abhorrent that the fact that no one will stop this tragedy. I love the story of Senpachi and how he kind of started off, how he evolves throughout it, having to go to a monastery at certain points, more duels that come to the final moment, and how that plays out. And I really want to stick as much away from the story as I can, because I really do feel that it naturally opens up and releases all this wonderful information, all these wonderful scenes the more you watch it. The final segment, when we get to the duel, is simply unbelievable. And again, decisions, people making decisions about what's to happen and not realising their ramifications and the effect that they're going to have. I don't want to give too much away. This is a wonderfully fantastic film. It offers both an insight to the romanticism as well as criticising the Bushido code of the time, which I found to be a fantastic aspect of the film. This is a beautiful film. Just great story, well told. The cinematography is fantastic. I love how we keep moving back and forward as things escalate and we know where it's going to end up. It's just terrific. If you liked things like Harakiri or samurai movies along those lines, you're going to love this one. This is one of the best masters of cinema I've seen this year. Definitely, I think, my favourite so far. Do yourself a favour, pick this one up. It is magnificent. Let's dive in and have a look at some of the extras. Here we are in the disc for Revenge. We have it with the original Japanese audio, and you can play the film without the subtitles. As in the special features, we've got Tony Raines on Revenge, which is 22 minutes 5 seconds. Talking about how this is a really one-off for Toei, because it's kind of serious and dramatic. Talking about the career of the director, and then justice within the Bushido Code. Some of these are touched on as well in The Enemy Within, which talks about a list of films that the director made, how he had running thematics through it, talking about the power politics, the Bushido Code through it as well, talking about some of the great pedigree of the writer. It's another terrific addition, and that's the disc for Revenge. So there we have it. Revenge, you need this. There's no other simple way to put it. You need this in your collection. I can't say that it's going to be a happy watch, but you need to see this one. I would love to know your thoughts. If you've seen it, if you're going to check it out, if I've encouraged you to check it out, which I hope I have. It's amazing. Let me know in the comment box below. There's more content up here where you can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me.